ship in the world. And one of these men is its present commanding officer. What is your name, please?
My name is Victor Stevens, Lieutenant J.G., United States Navy.
My name is Victor Stevens, Lieutenant Commander, United States Navy.
My name is Victor Stevens, Lieutenant, United States Navy.
Only one of these men is the real Victor Stevens. The other two are imposters and will try to fool this panel. Tom Poston, Gretchen Wyler, Richard Hayes, and Mimi Benzell on To Tell the Truth with your host, Bud Collier.
Thank you very much, and welcome once again to Tell the Truth. Brought to you this week by Anacin, the headache remedy with a special combination of ingredients to relieve pain, fight depression, calm jittery nerves. Anacin. Tom, welcome back.
Thank you, Bud. It's really a pleasure to be here.
Goodness gracious, we've missed you. How did the picture go in England? Tom went and made a movie in London, I guess it was, wasn't it, Tom?
Yes, and I was the star, right? Only nobody there had ever heard of me. The crew the cast, none of them had ever heard of me. It was very exciting, you can bet.
Tom, you flew back from Paris, didn't you?
I was in Paris at noon.
And here you are with us.
Oui, oui.
How about that? Oui, you know the language and everything. I hope that's what he was saying. Gretchen and Richard and Mimi, a warm welcome to you all, too.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Oh, but you're dead, Tom. You're dead. You're through right now. Incidentally, while I'm greeting people, I'd like also to greet a new station to our network, WCHS TV, Channel 8, which joins To Tell the Truth Network tonight as our new affiliate in Charleston, West Virginia. A warm welcome to you, WCHS TV, Channel 8. Nice to have you with us. Now, will you open up your envelopes for the first time, remove your first affidavit which you had never seen, and follow along as I read. I, Victor Stevens, am commanding officer of the most unusual commissioned vessel in the United States Navy. Although my ship has fought through 44 naval battles without defeat, she now puts to sea just once a year. Each spring, she sails 1 mile out into the harbor and 1 mile back to the dock. She carries 3 masts and 52 guns. She was launched in October 1797. Serving aboard her at one time or another during her 165 years of service were some of the most famous names in American naval history. I am the present commanding officer of the frigate U.S.S. Constitution, affectionately known as Old Ironsides. Signed, Victor Stevens. And here we have 3 gentlemen panel, stalwart, you must admit, all claiming to be the commanding officer of the stalwart ship, Constitution, Old Ironsides. Victor Stevens by name, and we start this questioning with Tom Poston. Tom?
Thank you, Bud. Number 1, what is luffing to a Navy man?
Luffing is when your sails are not drawing fully.
Thank you.
I thought luffing was what you did in every port.
Listen, my question was double-edged. I figured I'd find out the real Navy man according to his answer. Number 2, what is the back edge of a sail called? Do you happen to know that?
Back edge of a sail is known as a leech.
Thank you. Number 3, what are sheets to a Navy man? How's that?
I don't know.
No, you don't know what sheets are to...
No.
Thank you.
They don't sleep in bed.
Gretchen.
Number 1, would you tell me, please, what famous names in history were aboard this ship? You just mentioned famous names. Could you give me maybe 3?
Yes, there was Commodore Hull, Commodore Preble, Commodore Bainbridge.
That's fine, thank you. Number 2, you want to add to that or just let it pass?
Did very well.
He did very well, all right, fine. Number 3, would you tell me, please, who named Old Ironsides? Where did it get its name?
During the battle with the Guerriere, the British ship's shells were noticed to be bouncing off the side of the Constitution, and somebody said, look, her sides are like iron.
Isn't that clear?
Richard.
Thank you, Bud. Number 2, she has fought, it says here in the affidavit, through 44 naval battles without defeat. Does that mean that was she all by herself during these things?
In most instances, back in the first-line ship, she was alone, except off Africa, she had 3 engagements where she was against 3 other ships.
Then she won?
She won.
Good, good. Number 2. No, I'm sorry, not number 2, number 1. What is a leatherneck?
Well, a leatherneck is a common term for Marines.
Number 3, did the Marines, were they the first to be on board the ship?
Right. In her days of commissioned service, there were Marines on board.
Thank you.
Mimi.
Number 2, what does the word windjammer mean to you?
Windjammer, it's an old Navy expression meaning a square rigger sailing off the wind.
Number 3, very recently, windjammer meant something in the past few years. You know what it meant?
Well, there's a movie, Windjammer.
Thank you. Number 1, there's a very famous seaport in Connecticut that has a lot of old ships. Could you tell me the name of that seaport?
I think it's Old Mystic.
Thank you. I wanted to ask how broad her beam was.
How broad her beam was? Did you have anyone in mind? Well, let's stop right there, shall we? Let's just kind of stop right there.
Isn't there a beam on a ship?
Yeah, sure. But mark your ballots, if you will, please, right now. And without consultation, vote for number 1, number 2, or number 3. Our team of challengers will, of course, receive $250 for every incorrect vote. All ballots marked? Thomas, for whom did you vote this first round?
I voted for number 1. Clear-cut young man that didn't fool around with luffing. And they all were beautifully briefed, as always. Things haven't changed around here.
Gretchen, what is your selection?
Well, I forgot to ask number 1 and 2 if they knew what sheets were, but I have a feeling they might. And number 2 looks like he just looks a little more weathered from all that air, and I think maybe that's the reason. No offense, no offense.
Richard.
Well, you know, the Navy kind of has me stumped because I did my little bit in the Army. But I learned one thing while in the Army: always choose the man with the highest rank, and I think that's number 2. Doesn't he have most? Aren't you the highest commander there?
He's got more scrambled eggs.
That's right.
Right.
Mimi.
Well, I voted for number 2. I really don't know why, excepting number 1 looks so young. Lovely, but young. Number 3, I just don't know why I didn't vote for you. I voted for number 1 because of the scrambled eggs.
For number 2, you mean?
Number 2. I just got scrambled eggs all mixed up.
There we have it, 3 for 2 and 1 for 1. Let's see how we go as we find out in our own denouement, or our moment of truth, as we learn which one of these gentlemen is the real skipper of Old Ironsides. So will the real Victor Stevens please stand up? Yes, Gretchen.
Well, let someone tell him what sheets are, would you?
Beg pardon?
Or let someone tell him and us what are sheets.
All right. Well, sheets, the sheets of the wind means the sails, doesn't it?
I think it's lines. The rigging.
Lines? No, it's lines. Lines.
Rigging lines.
You're right. Lines. You're right, lines.
You hear that, number 3?
Sheets are still things you sleep in, I guess. Now, let's find out about the other 2. The votes are all divided among them. Number 1, what is your real name and what do you really do?
I'm Bill Richardson, and I'm in the development training program at Chase Manhattan Bank.
Our friend that you know where. Number 2, your real name and what do you do, sir?
My real name is Aaron Hobart. I'm an industrial real estate broker with the firm of Clinton M. Bell. We build plants all around the country.
Gentlemen, I would say that you scuffled the panel completely, and having fooled them all, that means, of course, 4 incorrect at $250 each for a total of $1,000. Not a bad way to start the evening and brings additional smiles to your faces as well it should. That's from Anderson, as well as a gift package of fine products. And the makers of Anderson, we thank you very much for being with us. Good night and God bless you. The next team of challengers.
What is your name, please?
My name is Frances Leighton.
My name is Frances Leighton.
My name is Francis Leighton.
Follow along once again, if you will, please, panel, with your copies of this affidavit. I, Francis Leighton, am Washington editor of the American Weekly. I am also an as-told-to author. People tell me their stories, and I write them in autobiographical form. In 4 of my books, I have written the true stories of real people who have lived and worked backstage in the Washington political and social scene. I am the author of White House Chef, I Married the Veep, My 30 Years Backstairs at the White House, and I Was Jacqueline Kennedy's Dressmaker. Signed, Francis Leighton. Very well, panel. These 3 persons all claim to be Francis Leighton, writer, and we'll start this cross-examination with Mimi Benzell. Mimi?
Thank you, Bud. Number 2, would you please tell me who was caught 30 years backstairs at the White House?
She worked. Her name was Lillian Rogers Park. She was maid.
Oh, I see. Thank you. Number 3, in Washington, who is Mrs. Caffrey?
Who is Mrs. Capritz?
Yes, Caffrey.
She is either 1 or 2 of the leading hostesses in Washington, D.C., depending on your opinion.
Thank you. Depending upon your what?
Your opinion.
Oh, my opinion. I have none. Number 1, what papers does the American Weekly publish in?
Well, it comes with 10 papers, such as the New York Journal American and Chicago's American.
Thank you.
Tom.
Thank you, Bud. Number 3, what are tear sheets?
Tear sheets are, in effect, clippings, really. They are what I would, if I wrote a story about you, and I wanted to prove to you that this thing actually appeared in print, I would tear a sheet from this particular paper and the headline, clip it together, and send it to you. Say, here, Tom, I did something for you.
Thank you. Number 2, I've been away for a little while, you see, but being au courant with the Washington scene...
Ooh, there's that French again.
What's wrong with the stock market? I never...
written that book yet.
Ooh, Gretchen.
Number 2, would you tell me, please, about how many words a page when you're writing a novel would you consider?
Oh, how many words a page
That's
on
right.
the printed page or my...
That's right. In other words, when you write it, there's always so many words to a page.
About 200.
Averaging. Do you agree with that, number 3?
I'm sorry. Do I agree with that?
Do you agree?
In terms of the typed page, it is nearer to 250 words.
I see. Number 1, quickly, is...
I think it's nearer to 250 words.
Close. Number 3, would you tell me, please, the White House chef, for what president or presidents was he the chef?
François Rizzavi, and he was the chef for President Eisenhower.
Thank you.
Richard.
Number 2, what was the first newspaper that you ever worked for?
The Raleigh News and Observer.
And we're in Raleigh?
Raleigh, North Carolina.
I see. Number 1, what was the first newspaper that you ever worked for?
I didn't work for a newspaper.
None at all. Number 3.
The first paper I ever worked for?
Yes, please.
The East Hartford, Connecticut Gazette. At age 13.
At age 13?
Yes.
May I ask what job you did?
I was a cub reporter.
I see.
Very much a cub.
Oh, thank you. Number 2, how many books have you written?
8.
8 books?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the other 4?
That's it. That's it. There we have it now. Time once again to write your own little books by marking your ballots, if you will, please. So come to your conclusions without consultation and vote now for number 1, number 2, or number 3. All ballots marked?
No.
Well, mark them up there, pal. Mark them up.
I think they got us covered this time.
Yeah.
Mark it in French, Tom.
You devils. I don't know how to spell in English.
Okay, all marked? Tom, which one do you think is the real one this time?
That's as close to a French number as I could get. That's a little heart down there at the bottom, you see. That's what... I voted for number 2 because Bud confused me and I couldn't think of anything to... I don't know. They had us covered so well there on all 3 of those people, and it was just a guess. I guessed for number 2.
Gretchen.
Well, maybe it's a sympathy vote, but I voted for number 1. She didn't get to say much, but she looked so unlikely to be the one, and so I voted for her. That's the only reason you were.
Richard.
Well, Bud, the last round we had, I voted for number 2, and I lost. I'm going to vote for number 2 again. I want to have an intact record here.
Either way.
Mm-hmm.
Mimi.
I daren't show it. I voted for number 2. You know, I found out on this game that sometimes the person that talks the most is not the one. And number 3 knew so much about everything. I didn't get a chance to talk to number 1 very much. And I don't know, number 2 knew who was the maid backstage. I mean, backstairs. Backstairs.
The one who was caught backstairs for all those years. Okay, there we come again now. With our votes in, let's find out quickly, without any further ado, just which one of these persons is the real writer. So will the real Francis Leighton please stand up? Yes, Richard, you have a...
She said she never worked on a paper before. This is...
I worked for the International News Service in
But
Washington.
not on a paper. You said, what
Starting
was
at the
the
bottom.
first paper?
Oh, me and my big mouth.
I think you ought to know that...
You didn't pursue it.
I think you ought to know that Frances' latest book, I Married a Psychiatrist, is being made into a motion picture.
Did she or someone else?
Right or married?
None of my business, but
You mean
did
right?
she marry this psychiatrist?
No, I wrote memoirs
Oh.
of the wife of the psychiatrist.
sorry.
Her name is, well...
Well, we'll watch for it and find out then. Okay, about the other two, number 2, you got most votes. What is your real name and what do you do?
My name is Elizabeth Bright. I'm secretary to the head of research and development for Newmont Mining Corporation here in New York.
And number 3, what is your real name and what do you do, please?
My real name is Gene Feehan, and I'm a producer and director of educational films.
As we check our score, we find there were 1, 2, 3 incorrect votes at $250 each. Not bad, ladies and gentlemen. Total of $750 from Addison with our blessings. And thank you for being with us. You'll also receive a gift package of the fine products from Addison on the way out. Goodbye and God bless you. Here comes our third team of challengers.
What is your name, please?
My name is William Dixon from Ontario, Canada.
My name is William Dixon from County Meath, Ireland.
My name is William Dixon from Cheshire, England.
Follow along once again, panel, with your copies of this affidavit, please. I, William Dixon, am a farmer. I am also an expert with tractor and plow. Several years ago, I entered and won my local plowing competition. The next year, I won my national championship. Finally, I entered the world contest held in Grignon, France. There, I competed with the best plowmen from 17 different countries. The contest lasted 2 days. The first day, each of us had to plow a half acre of stubble, and the second day, an equal-sized plot of grass. On the basis of neatness, accuracy, and speed, I became the international plowing champion. Signed, William Dixon. 3 plowmen now, panel, all claiming to be that at least. By name, William Dixon, international plowing champion, and we'll start this round with Gretchen Wyler. Gretchen?
Number 2, what countryman came in second place to you?
A German.
German?
Yes.
Number 3, who was third place? Third prize.
A Frenchman.
And number 1, do they have a fourth prize? Maybe
Yes,
you
they
don't.
have fourth prize.
You've probably forgotten by
just
now.
forgot.
I'm sorry, that isn't a fair question. Number 1, then you tell me, what was the award, aside from the distinction of being Plowman of the Year, what was the award? Was there a cash award or anything?
No, just the trophy, a golden plow.
A trophy.
That's right.
Number 2, what is inscribed on the trophy?
World champion, plowman, 1912 the year, is put down at the end of a little plaque.
Thank you.
Richard?
Number 3. How many gear shifts on a tractor?
4 usually.
4. Number 2, is that correct?
4.
Number 1, when you won this award, did you make an acceptance speech? You know, something like, I couldn't have done it by myself, and I'd like to thank the cows and the horses?
All the little people?
No.
Number 2, did you make an acceptance speech?
I just said a few words. They were all French people around. There wasn't much point in speaking very loud.
Very good. Number 3? Oh,
I was almost speechless.
Mimi.
Number 2, it says here that you won on the basis of neatness, accuracy, and speed. But can you tell me, how do you plow a straight line?
Just practice.
You always seem to plow a straight line. Thank you. Well, number 3, how long did it take you?
For which one?
There were 2 days.
There were 2 days.
Two different types, yes.
Well, what was your fastest speed?
Well, for the stubble, took an hour and 58 minutes.
Thank you. Number 1, what county or what part of France is Grignon, France?
I believe it's in the west part of France.
You believe you were there.
I didn't have a compass with him. Tom.
Number 3, why was the steel plow such an important innovation in farming?
Well, because in the old days they didn't have the technique on metallurgy to develop a plow. And in the old days they were cast iron, and they wore out very quickly.
Number 1, is there another reason why the steel plow might have been very important to farmers? The advent of the steel plow?
Well, I would say the plow is the most important machine to agriculture.
Right, that's all. I have to find out what you're driving at afterward, Tom. But right now, just mark a good furrow on that ballot, if you will, please. And without consultation, vote for number 1, number 2, or number 3.
Oh, boy.
Mark those ballots. You marked? All marked? Everybody? Okay. Tom, for whom this time?
I'll just take a chance, Bud, that he might not have known how far into France he got when he went there to do that. Listen, there were a lot of things I didn't know about France, and I just came from there. And I'll vote for number 1. He looks the type, and we'll go into the steel plow business later.
Gretchen.
Well, I vote for number 2. They all, I think, look the type. But number 2 was rather charmed with what he said about his acceptance speech. It made a hit with me, so I'll vote for him.
Richard.
Gee, I know as much about farmers as I did about the Navy. But because Tom voted for 1 and you voted for 2, I'll make it a set and vote for number 3. That's the only reason.
Jumped away from your 2 consistency.
Yeah.
Okay. Mimi.
Well, I still don't know how to plow a straight line, but I'm going to vote for number 3 just because Tom was so smart and asked him, why they did steel, and he got into the whole business about iron, and I don't know.
All right. Again, we've cut a wide swath here. Let's see what happens as we learn which one is the real international plowing champion. So will the real William Dixon please stand up? Thank you, sir, very much. Tom was the only one who guessed you. That's because he was just in France, I'm sure. Number 2, would you tell us your real name and what you really do?
My name is Conor Mcgraw, and I'm Sales Development Manager for Irish International Airlines.
Thank you, sir. And number 3, may we have your real name and what you really
My
do?
name is Alec Mellowlam. I'm a sales engineer for the General Chain Sales Corporation.
And a score check shows that there was only 1 correct, and that was Tom's vote, and that means 3 incorrect at $250 each for a total of $750. Really sort of taking the panel tonight, all 3 rounds. And, of course, a gift package from Anderson of their fine products. Thanks so much for being with us, and plow a real straight furrow now, gentlemen, on the way out. Good night, and God bless you. I'm afraid that's all the time we have for tonight, except to remind you to join us tomorrow and every afternoon on the daytime version of To Tell the Truth, and, of course, a week from tonight. That is next Monday night. We'll see you again then. Tom tells me that the steel bit on the plow is that the old plows before that, made of whatever they were made of, wood or iron, that the good earth stuck to it.
Yeah, in this
Slow
country,
everything
the earth was so rich and so firm, they couldn't plow a lot of ground. It stuck. They were always out knocking it loose from the freeboard.
That's what's the matter with the baseball players today. Always knocking the thing off the cleats on the bat, right?
I need a plow like that.
Well, that's it, panel. Good night to you all.
Bud,
Good night, Bud.
Bud Collier saying good night from Anderson and reminding you to tell the truth. Good night, everybody.
The model of the U.S.S. Constitution is from the ship collection of the Seamen's Bank for Savings, New York City. To Tell the Truth is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. Tell the Truth has been brought to you by Dristan Nasal Mist, the decongestant spray for relief from hay fever distress, sniffling, sneezing, and pollen irritations. This is Johnny Olson saying goodnight, for To Tell the Truth, this program was pre-recorded.